What's up, YouTube? It is your boy JB, and I'm here with a brand new show that I'm going to be reviewing. This is Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. This is season 4, I believe it's season 4, and I believe this is episode number 1. The episode was titled, did they really name this episode MAGA? Make Atlanta Great Again. You've got to be shitting me. Yeah, you guys. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into the episode, shall we? All right, you guys, we're going to start up with Bow Wow. So, Bow Wow. Bow Wow, Bow Wow, Bow Wow. There's a lot of stuff that it's a lot of things with this episode with Bow Wow that just kind of annoyed me, irritated me. So, we see Bow Wow, he's hanging out with, now, you guys are going to have to, forgive me. I have watched Growing Up Hip Hop, but I've watched it here and there, so I don't really know everybody 100%. But he's with BT, he's with Pimpin', and another guy. I don't know who he was. So Bow Wow, BT, and Pimpin', they all went to Miami in the middle of a global pandemic. And, I do remember seeing some of those photos of Bow Wow on, like Shade Room and all that kind of stuff. And it's insensitive. The whole thing with Bow Wow in this episode was just insensitivity. Like, you're going to Miami in the middle of a pandemic, you're hanging around people, and you're not wearing masks or anything like that. And that is one of the biggest issues to date, people wearing masks. And then, they also talk about the fact that when they were in Miami, they were in a hotel room and they got into some trouble at the hotel because Pimpin' was in the hotel room smoking weed. And they almost got put out. And then Bow Wow was talking about how much money he spent. I think he said like $25,000. That was the second thing that got to me in the episode was, the fact that he spent $25,000. It's just like, dude, that's really even more insensitive. Now, I'm not one to tell you how to spend your money, where to spend your money, or anything like that. I'm not here to do that. But what I will say is, read the room, because there's so many Americans out here who are unemployed due to this pandemic, who their unemployment benefits may have ran out, or, some people may have been denied unemployment and they have to go through the appeals process. And they don't know, where their next paycheck, they don't know where they're going to get food from. They don't know how they're going to take care of their rent, their bills, etc. But here you are with all this money and you just throwing it away. Again, like I said, not here to tell Bow Wow what to do with his money and how to spend his money. But it would have been better to say, hey, you know what? Donate some money to charities, whatever. I don't know, but I just thought that was a little bit insensitive. Just me being me. So, so then we see him. He calls, now I think her name is Shania, Jermaine Dupri's daughter, right, you guys? And they talking about. Actually, he asked her where was her mask, and she was like, "Dude, are you really want to talk to me about a mask when you were in Miami, not wearing a mask? So miss me with that shit." So then, they start talking about the protests. And they also talked about voting. That was one of the main things about this episode. Protest, voting, COVID. He also tells her that he's working on some new music. I can tell you guys, I wouldn't purchase a Bow Wow album, but maybe you guys will. I don't know. Yeah. So then he also, he got off the phone with her. I think he was talking about Angela. I was taking my notes because I think she said that Angela was there, and he was talking about the fact that when he goes to LA, he sees her, but she didn't reach out to him, whatever, who gives a shit. So then he gets a call from Ayana, and Ayana is calling him, telling him she just got back from Miami, and she's not feeling good. And then, she's talking about, she went to Miami because it was one of her friends, I think she said 30th birthday. Y'all really got to stop this. Like, it don't make any sense. Be safe wherever if you're going to go somewhere, at least be safe. Like, wear your mask and socially distance for the most part. Like, I mean, for me, like I was gonna go on a trip for my 31st birthday in July, but I put off my trip because I was like, you know what? I'm high risk. Just like she has asthma, I have asthma. I'm like, I'm high risk. I'm like, I'm not about to, jeopardize my life just because I want to go have fun. I'm not about to do that. Because even now when I go places, I always make sure that I have 3 masks. I have a mask, an actual mask. Then I have, a bandana, and I have another one that you put up. I have another mask. So I have 3 masks. So I make sure at all times I have a mask around. But she's talking about the fact that she got tested, and I think they said 2 to 4 days for her. So she's just waiting for that to come back. Like that's why I don't play games with that. So then, later in the episode, Bow Wow, he met up with his manager. Like I said, you guys, Bow Wow is working on an album. He sent his manager the songs. I guess in a nutshell, the manager was telling him his music was trash, and then he's talking about this is gonna be his last album. I don't even remember what Bow Wow's last album was. Cause they were talking about what was your last album like 10 years ago. I'm like, really? The last album that I remember from Bow Wow was in the early 2000s. The early part of the 2000s. Yeah. I don't remember no album from him in the last 10 years. Because that was 2020, so that would have been 2010. I don't remember a Bow Wow single, a Bow Wow album, a Bow Wow anything in 2010. If you guys do, let me know, because I don't remember. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, next let's talk about Bratt Tat Tat. So Bratt let us know that she has officially come out the closet. Okay, Bratt. Love you, girl. But were you ever really in a closet? But okay. I'm not judging you. I will say though, I am happy for her and Jessica, the real BB Judy. Really happy for them. They look like a happy couple. I love them, so I'm happy if she's happy. So with this quarantine, she doesn't have a lot of people in her crib. So it's just her, Jessica, her road manager, and her makeup artist. So she tells them that Deb has invited her to this party, this event or whatever she's having, and it's gonna be outdoors. And Brad was like, hell, I don't know if I want to go to that shit. Like, COVID is still running rampant, and I don't know those people that you're around. I agree with you, Brad. Don't do that to yourself. So then Jessica tells her that she has to go down to New Orleans because she has the kaleidoscope hair. She has the kaleidoscope stuff, the hair drops. And she's going down there to check on her factory. And Bratt was like, well, why don't you move the factory to Atlanta? And, Jessica, it would be a whole lengthy process for Jessica to do it. But I mean, honestly, I agree with Bratt. I mean, I get it. She is New Orleans. But I mean, wouldn't that be taxing? Flying back and forth to check on your warehouse. But I guess it would be about the same, right? Well, I guess it would be a little bit cheaper to fly there, check on the warehouse instead of having to, halt production, move production to Atlanta, find a place, build it out. So I guess that does make a little bit more sense to just fly there as opposed to outright trying to find somewhere, especially in that, with COVID going on. So I guess I understand it. So then they also talk about protesting as well. And they also talk about voting. And, I love the fact that I think it was her makeup artist who said that it was her makeup artist and another guy came over and they were talking about this as well. It's one thing to vote for the president. That's one thing. But to make real change, you have to start with the local people that you elect, your congressmen, your senators, the House of Representatives, all of them. It starts there. Your lawmakers, your judges, your court judge, your judges and all that stuff. It starts there. Actually, since we're talking about that, I know I was looking at my analytics one day, and I know there are a lot of people who watch me in Texas. So the one thing that I want to say to my Texas subscribers is, hey, I want to come up with a name for you guys. Give me some suggestions in the comment section below. Give me some suggestions, you guys. So you guys, my name, you know, JB. My middle name is the J stands for Jerome. So if you guys want to do anything with Rome or anything like that, let me know. Give me some suggestions in the comment section below about what you guys would like to be called. I think I want to give my subscribers a name. I've been thinking Romans since my name is Jerome and Rome is in that. But let me know what you guys, if you like Romans, whatever. Let me know in the comment section below. So yeah, they talked about that. Oh, I was getting ready to talk to you guys about Texas and I got sidetracked. So yeah, you guys, with all the shit that happened yesterday, this is a wake-up call for us to look at the people that we've elected, you know, our senators, especially here in Texas. Ted Cruz, we got to take a good long hard look. If, you know, we got to do what Georgia did. Guys, Georgia flipped that state blue. Texas, we got to do it, you know, in 2 years. We got to get the work done. But let's move on, you guys. All right, you guys, next let's talk about Deb. First of all, was that a petting? I mean, Deb's house looks like a petting zoo. I'm pretty sure that motherfucking house stank with all those reptiles, that dog, the birds. God, that house got to stink. Like, I'm like, is this Ace Ventura pet? You know, the Ace Ventura? Because I'm like, Jesus Christ. So Deb gets a text from Ayanna, and she FaceTimes with Ayanna. So Ayanna tells her, you know, just like she told Bow Wow, that, you know, she went down to Miami and she got sick. She had some of the symptoms of COVID. She got tested, but she hasn't gotten her results back yet, so she doesn't know if she has COVID. So then Waka gets on the phone, and Waka is telling her all this shit about what not to eat. I'm like, where did Waka get this shit from? I was just really confused where Waka got that shit from. So then once, you know, Deb got off the phone with Ayanna, Bratt texted her and told her that she was not coming to whatever party she was throwing. So Deb calls Bratt, and Bratt was like, yeah, Deb, I ain't coming to that shit. So then Deb was like, well, you know, I'm holding this event, you know, because I'm getting into politics. And, you know, Bratt was like, okay, since you talking about politics, are you really down for you know who? And she was like, yeah, you know, I fucks with you know who. And I'm thinking to myself, like, why do you fuck with you know who? And Deb was like, with you know who, you get what you get with him. He is who he is. Is that a good thing, Deb? I mean, honestly, that's not a good thing. He is who he is. He's ignorant. He's a racist. Like, the list of shit can go on. He's sexist. He is misogynistic. He is, I mean, I could keep naming things about what you know who is. I don't get why you are supporting you know who. And then she's like, she don't know why we're beefing with him. He doing shit the way we do it. Girl, what? We don't do this. I mean, I don't know too many black people who do the shit that he does. We don't, I just don't. Like, did you, gosh. I can't even think to name some shit that he's done. I mean, he's attacked Black Lives Matter. He's attacked women. He's attacked Muslims. He's attacked the Hispanics. He's attacked, who hasn't he attacked? Like, who the fuck has that man not attacked? And he does shit the way we do it? No, the fuck he does not, Deb. Like, I'm gonna need you to take that back. And then let me ask you this question, Deb, since you support him so much and he does the shit, you know, he is who he is. How do you feel about the shit that happened yesterday at the nation's capital? How do you feel about that? Because that was deplorable. That was despicable. That was disgusting. But he is who he is. He's a dictator. He's a traitor to this country. He should be in jail right about now. Like, I just don't understand how that woman can support him. How do you support this motherfucker? How? Explain that to me, Deb. And I fucks with Deb, but With this one, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with you with this one because this one crosses. I mean, he's not for our people, obviously. I mean, look at what he did to the exonerated five. Look at what he did to them. And you have black sons. Waka's a black man. KO, I think that's what his name was, the one that died a few years ago. Like, how would you feel if that was them in that situation? You wouldn't be saying this shit. He is who he is. You're right. That is one thing that I will agree with you on. He is who he is. But let's move on, you guys, and wrap this episode up. All right, you guys, then let's wrap the episode up. So DJ Hurricane, so he's in the studio. I think he was in the studio with his niece, Prima Don, who's a recorder and doing a record. And basically, he's just talking about what a shitty year 2020 was for us. At the beginning of the year, we lost COVID. Then COVID hit. Then, the protest for George Floyd, Breonna Taylor, Jacob Blake, all those things happened. And 2020 started off shitty. And you didn't think that 2020 could get any worse. But unfortunately, 2020 got worse and worse and worse. He's talking about how he wants to, put some of the, put into music what basically 2020 was, which I like that. So then he got a call from Ayana, and Ayana did tell him that she did test positive for COVID. And my whole thing with that is, it's like what I just said about myself a few minutes ago. Like, I have asthma just like Ayana has asthma, and I have done everything I've done all I can. I barely go around my family. I barely go around my family. I didn't even see my family for Thanksgiving. I did see some of my family for Christmas, but, I try to minimize the people that I'm around because I just don't want to catch that shit. Like, again, I have asthma, and I get so sick and tired of, whose supporters are talking about, well, the survival rate is this and the survival rate is that and da-da-da-da-da. Shut the fuck up. Like, I really want those people to shut up. You just got to be safe. You got to be careful. Like I say this in every video at the end of it, to wear your mask, socially distance and wash your hands and everything. And that, we need to take heed to that. Now, yes, I know that in the beginning, the information was not all the way, cohesive, but that's because they didn't know much about this virus and how it was spread and things like that. But once they started figuring things out, people should have listened. Although, like I said, who, he thinks he knows everything. He thinks he's a doctor. But yeah, you guys, that's going to wrap it up for the very first episode review for Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. You guys drop down in the comment section and let me know what you guys thought about the episode. Subscribe to the channel. Share this video. And you guys, as always, stay safe out there. That means wear your mask. Wash your hands, socially distance. And like I say, we'll get through this together. Also, you guys, get down in that description bar and, subscribe to my planner channel. I'm about to say JB. It's Jerome's Planet. But yeah, you guys, check that out. Also, you guys can DM me in my original Instagram, Jbsayzwhat. Give me some cliff notes on Growing Up Hip Hop Atlanta. Like I said, I know the show. I'm just not that familiar with the show. So give me a rundown of, if you guys feel like it, give me a rundown of the cast besides the ones that I know. I know Bratt, Bow Wow, Deb, Waka, Tammy. What is R. Kelly's wife's name? What's her name? Drea. I know Drea. Give me the ones that give me the other ones. I know about Johnny Blaze. Just give me a rundown, and don't tell me who you guys like and dislike. Let me figure it out for myself, okay, you guys? And I will see you guys in the next video, which is going to be the week's hot topics is coming up tomorrow, and life after lockup, and we'll be done for the week, you guys. And I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.